Hi everyone, this is Laura Poirot and I am doing a video for the first time on not going to university or going to school, and I'm here to debunk a lot of things that have been said by the high school, by the US embassy and government, by the educational institutions, by companies, associations, and the royal experts, authors, and YouTubers, along with mainstream media. This is a pretty big one. And yeah, I'm still recording. I just had to make sure. So this is a pretty big one. The royal authors I would include would be Tom Bower, Morton, Lady Colin Campbell, Omid Scobie, and Carolyn Durand in their respective books. This is what I would say a carefully crafted PR campaign to create Nut's identity and credibility prior to marrying into the royal family. So the first thing I'd like to do is just thank a person who has really helped me through this. As an Australian, it can be quite hard to understand the American, how would you say, like schooling terms, like university terms and so forth. So I would really like to thank Mia, who's been helping me out a lot. So I really thank her for her help. This is always a team effort, which I don't get a lot with fellow YouTubers and so forth. So I just really appreciate my people that come and help me a great deal. So this is also the first part of a series, because there is a lot more to debunk. So let's start with the 1999, and I do have notes, like pages of notes, because this has been, I've been doing this investigation for several days. That's why I've been so quiet, and I keep saying I'm going to post a video, but I never do, because I'm just constantly finding more and more evidence to back my findings. So this is going to be a series of works. But here we go. So let's start, first of all. I'm just going to go through here what I've got. Sorry about this. Start in 1999, the year 1999. And that was the year that Nut was meant to have finished high school at Immaculate Heart, or IHHS. So Immaculate Heart Middle and High School, in, I think it's definitely LA, California, or wherever. And then, so she was meant to graduate in June, and then she was meant to start, from what I've been told, the university starts in August, so she would have started then in August in 1999. Now, I'm going to debunk something here straight away. Through Tom Bower and his book Revenge. So by spring 1999, which is, isn't it, March, April, May, Bower tells us that Nut is already 18 years old. So she's 18 before August the 4th in 1999. And it proves as well that she was able to drive, because this is the video that we're about to see, where she is driving with Nanaki Pretty, her best friend, and this is meant to be in 1999 in spring, where she's had a fight with her father, and she's supposedly this is meant to be just before she graduates. So she's already driving, so she's already 18, and that straight away proves that her date of birth is incorrect that we've been given. But it also puts into question not graduating high school by that age and at that time. Because it already, when you actually watch the video, it seems long after she graduated. So I'll just pause for a moment and you can watch the video.
All right, here's Meg. Here's Meg. And we're gonna go into the kitchen and get a chocolate croissant. And then we're gonna leave because we have so much to do, and I hope you're not showing some of those god-awful pictures. So we're gonna have our croissant and some milk. We like our milk very cold, so we put ice in it. You can put the pictures on the fridge. Those I don't mind.
Okay.
Mom and I, mother-daughter lunch, and there's little Meg. My mom and I for the Bank of America Awards. It's my friend Mia. Friends, this was in the school newspaper, my dad and I. Little Meg.
Oh.
With long, long legs. And, in a few minutes, we're going to go to the audition, and that's pretty much all we have planned for today. And then we're going to go shopping afterwards, and we're also going to Nikki's house, so I'm going to drive now so we don't get killed.
Meghan Markle. De Jesus. Room, Meghan Markle. Bank of America Fine Arts Award, Notre Dame Club of Los Angeles Achievement Award, Georgina Miranda Merit Scholarship.
So especially when on the fridge there is a processed photo of Nut and her mother at the Bank of America Fine Arts Award ceremony. Now, I was told by my friend Mia that all award ceremonies would have been held in May that year, or any year in May, before graduation. So his bow was saying that this is spring 1999, which is, March, April, May. But here's a photo on the fridge of her with her mother in a May ceremony. So there you go. Where am I? Sorry about this, guys. There's just a lot. So Nat supposedly graduates in June 1999 and started university then at Northwestern by August. So the only proof we have of graduating at this point, from what we've been provided online and what I've seen on Twitter, is a link to an archive of the commencement for 2003 at Northwestern University. And people have just literally confirmed this as proof. And it's been very odd because the timing of the upload in 2014 is very suspicious. And then I find that the guy who uploaded the document has a very unique name. Jai, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but I looked his name up and he's registered and he has active businesses in Australia and lives in Australia. So, and has lived across many states in Australia. So it's a very suspicious situation that I do question heavily. So then I looked into this document, and when I search for, let's say, Lindsay Jill Roth, which is Megan's best friend who graduated alongside her supposedly in 2003, if I search for her full name, I can find her, through the search engine within the archive. I can then find her on page, I think, 22 and another page where she's earned some a high GPA or honours. But if I do the same for Rachel Meghan Markle, which is the full name listed on the commencement guide, no name comes up at all. So that's another thing. The same goes for the Northwestern search engine. So I went to the Northwestern University website and I looked into their articles. I can find articles at the time of their studies for Nutt's best friends, Genevieve Hillis and Lindsay Jill Roth, but I cannot find any articles whatsoever on Nutt during her studies, except for the big PR fluff of her studying there and how she's famous now with suits and being a royal. That's all you will ever find on the university website, and also their Facebook pages. That is really all you're going to find, which is a bit concerning considering on Nutt's CV she was involved in 2 videos. I think one's Prom Inc. and another one that she's got listed. And we can't find any of those videos or recordings. So information has been suppressed. Let's just say that. So those videos have vanished. By the way, Genevieve Hillis graduated in 2004, not in 2003, and not in the same, I think the same school of science, but not in communications. She studied and completed education and social policy. Lindsay, on the other hand, did graduate in 2003, the same year supposedly as Nutt, but she graduated with honours, with a high GPA of cum laude. I think that's how you pronounce it. But she miraculously didn't graduate with Nutt. If you can see here in the photo, you can see that she's wearing normal clothing and Nutt has a full graduation gown, which makes you really wonder, where is this? Which university is this? And what year is this? So let's go from there. Her graduation photos, or her photos at university, even with Kappa Kappa Gamma, are strange because they list her and recognize her as Meghan Markle, but her commencement guide says her full name, Rachel Meghan Markle, and so you would only be recognized and acknowledged by your full name, as as is everyone as a university student. You don't get to pick and choose. So that's another odd one. So we seem to have, at the moment, a shoddy commencement guide and graduation. Sorry, I've literally got a book of notes, so we're just going to go through it. But let's bear this in mind, that this is what we've been told as fact. And this has been sworn by testimonials all over, attesting that Nutt was at the university and did all these miraculous things and is a living saint. So it's very, very suspicious